is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Verse 2. And they covet fields, and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 1 through 2, is that I want to talk about the situation that's happening near Venezuela. You know, right now, you have U.S. military personnel surrounding Venezuela, all right? According to the AI overview, there's about 16,000 U.S. military personnel near the Caribbean, against surrounding Venezuela, all right? You got the USS Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier strike group. They're there. And then quietly, you have another aircraft carrier, U.S. Abraham Lincoln, 4 days ago, quietly deployed from San Diego. Okay? And it's looking like this aircraft carrier is heading towards Venezuela. All right? And then you have Donald Trump now openly stating that land strikes in Venezuela will start very soon. All right? And of course, the narrative that the American Edomite leadership is pushing is that this is all to stop quote unquote drug traffickers, which is a total BS lie. Because if that was the case, why are you not bombing China, pussy? Anyway, continuing on. All right, this is a scapegoat. This is all a BS narrative to dumb down the stupid sheep in America. The real reasoning why the American leadership, okay, the Edomites of America, okay, the American Edomites, all right, and as well as the international bankers and those that want to profit, okay, off the resources of Venezuela, is because of a particular resource, the mineral. There's a mineral that they call blue gold, but the technical term is tantalum, right? And America, as a nation, is in need of this mineral, okay, tantalum, okay? And this is the reason why they're coveting after Venezuela, especially America, is because America needs it the most. They don't have enough tantalum in their stockpile. And if you do any research on tantalum, in fact, I did the research. I'm gonna pull it up. Okay. What is coltan or tantalum? Coltan tantalum is a mineral ore composed mainly of niobium, how you pronounce that, in the form of columbite, and tantalum in the form of tantalite. Tantalum is a metal. Tantalum as a metal is bluish gray, lustrous, hard, and highly resistant to heat and corrosion. Right. This is the reason why America needs it. For what purpose? Because of these properties, tantalum derived from coltan has become critical for modern electronics. This is why America needs it, and they don't have enough in their stockpile. Okay, and so they rather go into Venezuela, okay, kick out the Chinese that are illegally taking it, according to some international law. They're not supposed to take it, but China and Venezuela are doing backdoor deals and illegally taking it. So now this is why America wants to go in there, because they want it for themselves, because they need it for smartphones, computer, tablets, GPS devices, and check this out. Tantalum used for RFID chips. Yeah. So it says tantalum is a widely used in the anodes of capacitor because it allows for high capacitance and voltage rating at a very small physical size, which is essential for component electronic devices like smartphones and laptops. These miniature high efficiency capacitors are integral components on the printed circuit boards of many electronic products, including devices that may incorporate RFID technology, such as active RFID tags or RFID readers. Tantalum is applied as an ultra-thin film diffusion barrier in a semiconductor manufacturing process to prevent copper atoms from diffusing into silicon wafer. The process is vital for reliability and function of the integrated circuits microchips used in all modern electronics, including those of RFID tags. You see? Okay. And there was another one that I saw where it could be used for the RFID chip. All right, so I thought that was really interesting. It says not primary material, all right, itself, but it's critical component manufacturing process of the surrounding electrons that often accompany RFID systems. All right, so that's I guarantee if I do a little bit more research, I can find more of it. Um, Tantalum used for RFID microchips. Maybe do it this way. Maybe that's there we go. Biocompatible housing. There it is. Tantalum's blue gold biocompatibility means it or its alloys can be used for end caps or part of its hermetically sealed housing for implantable RFID tags used in medical or veterinary applications. The core microchip integrated circuit itself is made of silicon. The rest of the tag typically consists of an antenna made of materials like etched copper, aluminum, and conductive ink. In summary, while the RFID chip itself is silicon-based, tantalum-based components are crucial to the overall functionality and miniaturization of the electrons within the tag system. Boom, there we go. So it's part of the tag system. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So a little bit, a little there. Hey, that RFID chip is coming. Okay, and they need a lot of chips to chip. There's billions of people to chip. Okay, and it's profitable, and there's a lot of money to be made, because back to the point of why they coveting fields. All right, I asked Google AI what is the spot price for tantalum, and they say between $320 to $360 per kilogram. Per kilogram. Okay? Let's ask, what is a kilogram equal to? Okay, 2.2 pounds. Okay, so 2.2 pounds or 1 kilogram of this blue gold tantalum is worth between 300. What was it? Okay, so that's why they call it blue gold. This thing's expensive. $320 to $360. Right now, and again, this is the reason why these Edomites in America, as well as the international bankers and the corporations, right, want their hand in Venezuela, but mainly the American Edomites because they need it. They need it. All right. And this is why I asked Chat GPT, okay, let me get to the point. I asked, where do China and America fall regarding needing this mineral? Get to the point. The United States, strategic and high performance demand, but important dependent. The United States relies heavily on imports for tantalum. It lacks significant domestic production, makes it dependent on foreign sources to meet industrial demand. This is why they want to get in there. Okay, they don't have enough domestically. In the U.S., tantalum is critical for sectors beyond consumer electronics, especially defense, aerospace, medical equipment, there we go, biometrics, RFID chip, and high reliability electronics where failure is not acceptable. Okay, the demand for tantalum in the U.S. is also tied to emerging needs, semiconductors for data centers, AI. Didn't Donald Trump push AI in these data centers, in which they're talking about get ready for rolling blackouts? Aerospace defense supply chains and high temp alloys in advanced engineering, areas where tantalum reliability and performance matter a great deal. However, because the U.S. does not produce much tantalum, aka blue gold, domestically, supply chain stability and secure sourcing are major concerns. Bottom line for the U.S., the U.S. depends on tantalum for strategic high performance and critical infrastructure uses, defense, aerospace, semiconductors, but it's more important. But it is import dependent. So supply security and sourcing ethics are a constant issue, right? And that's why they want to go into Venezuela and be like, Christopher Columbus, stealing shit. All right, they want to go in there. This is the Edomites, but the Edomites can get salvation. The fuck out of here, okay? Genesis, you off, man. Look at this. China's ongoing growth in electronics manufacturing, including 5G, EV, semiconductors, keep its dominant user of tantalum as an industrial scale. Global demand for refined tantalum remains high. Damn, bro. So America's in a pickle. So that's why. And this is all to get you devils into these wars, these forever wars, so that you can be judged. So yeah, so this is why Venezuela, they got a hard on for Venezuela. All right, this is the reason why. So let's get some scriptures. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Right. And we know whose soul ain't lifted up. Okay? It's not upright. Okay? His soul which is lifted up is not upright. Right. That's what I meant to say. That's the Edomites. They're not upright. They're not right people. But the just shall live by his faith. Right. We hear the Israelites. Okay? We understand why this is happening. All right? This is necessary for us to get up out of here, but we have to expose it. All right? We have to tell the truth. Okay, and we know why this devil is doing what he's doing, because he's all right. By the sword shall he live, and he knows that he needs to get into these forever wars to keep his economy going and to keep his hegemony. All right, Esau, Edom, by the sword thou shalt live. 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Right, perfect example. Oh, no, this is the fight, the drug dealers. No, bullshit. You want the resources. All right? It's bad enough you want the oil. All right? All right? But you also want this tantalum because of the increase of the AI and data and the data centers that are being established all throughout the world. Okay? Who enlarges desire as hell and is at death and cannot be satisfied. Right, this devil cannot be satisfied. He wants more and more and more. But gather unto him all nations, heapeth unto him all people. Right. 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increased that which is not his, how long? And to him that laid himself with thick clay, right? Because all these conflicts you get into is going to set you up for a nuclear blast, and that's what's coming, nuclear war. All right, and that's why you got the Russian troops. All right, there's a where is it? There's Russian troops in Venezuela. Russian troops in Venezuela. Yes, Russia has a military contingent in Venezuela. Reportedly consists of over 120 personnel led by Colonel General Oleg Makarovich. This is part of the rotational advisory mission to train Venezuelan forces in various military disciplines, including drone operations. Yeah. Okay. So the Russians are all up in there too, because this is going to be your demise. All right. Getting into all these wars, putting America into a perpetual debt. I think now, what is it? It hit 40 trillion, right? What's the debt now? Debt clock. Excuse me, not 40 trillion, 38 trillion. Okay. Oh man, close this. So 38 trillion. Okay. Look, it's getting close to 40 trillion. So come on. All right, you're putting yourself in perpetual debt. That's where the scripture says thick clay. The Hebrew word is ibatyat, which means heavy debt. Yeah, this is ibatyat, and it means heavy debts. Yep, 38 trillion. Okay, can never be satisfied. That's why this place is set up for destruction. 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. You see? America is, okay, eventually these nations are going to turn on America, and you clearly see it. Everybody's waking up to America, all right? And it's treachery. It's only a matter of time. 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and all that dwell therein. Exactly. Oh, look, 9. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. You see that? Death and destruction. Woe, what sorrow awaits you who build big houses with money gained dishonestly? Right. You clearly want that resource for yourself so you could sell it, all right, and make a profit for your own belly. You believe your wealth will buy security, putting your family's nest beyond the reach of danger. Right. Okay. That's why America is one twisted country. Here it is. Only the elite are the ones that are profiting. The rest of the nation is in heavy debt. Okay. So you ultimately put your country in danger because of that mindset. All right. Only the elite are the ones that think, all right, that they're going to be saved because of the money that they have. All right. But the rest of the people, they said screw the rest of the people. But the scriptures say, hey, you're going to get your judgment too, because you're not escaping neither. Proverbs chapter 27 verse 20, hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied. Right. And clearly this is a good example. All right. Blue gold. And what's so interesting is that the CIA is some sick, twisted individuals, man. All right. And the reason why I said that, because if you have Prime and you watch season 2 of Jack Ryan, they go into Tantalum and they're calling it blue gold and how it's worth trillions. All right. Now, of course, the CIA with their sick, twisted self, all right, that's behind this Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan series, because the CIA is all that has their fingerprints all in Hollywood. Okay. They're making it seem that, it's Venezuela, all right, doing wanting the resources for themselves and illegally harvesting it, and even though it's in their land, but they're breaking international protocol and some BS. But that's the point, man. And oh, notice Blue Gold. This Jack Ryan's episode came out in 2019, October 31st, 2019, called Blue Gold. Okay, and this is talking about the tantalum that's in Venezuela. That's where the whole episode's about. So it goes to show you that the CIA been wanting this. Okay, they've been wanting it along with the American military. So again, Proverbs chapter 27 verse 20: hell and destruction never full, so the eyes of men are never satisfied. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 10: he that loveth silver should not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity. Exactly. And that's these Edomites. So Lord willing, this is less edifying. Again, he covet fields. This is the real reason why Donald Trump wants to get into Venezuela. All right. And Donald Trump's a puppet. I'm talking about the American elite, the military, the leadership of America, along with the corporation, the bankers, because they want the resources in Venezuela. They want the tantalum, all right, to for their own what's it called? For their AI technology, all right, and of course, as we showed, okay, it's this tantalum is used. It can be used for the RFID chip. Okay, it's part of it. So, all right. So that's another reason why they want this. All right. So this thing is expensive. It's rare, and they want the blue gold. All right. So Lord willing, is this edifying? I just wanted to bring this out. Like the apostle elders say, you miss a day, you miss a lot. And me, I always want to know what the real reasoning that Venezuela's is on their mind, and it's for the resources. Okay, it's for that blue gold. It has nothing to do with drug trafficking. So with that, I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it door, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying, pray without ceasing, pray for each other, pray for the apostles, elders. We're almost out of here. For the few that are watching, keep studying. When you pray, pray out your cover. Shalom. And keep watching. Shalom.